Yes, guys, welcome back to another stream. Hopefully, you guys are all well. Don't worry, this will not be a 3-hour stream today. This will not be a 3-hour stream. We'll keep this one on the timer, guys. We'll keep this one on the timer. I know you've all got stuff to be doing, so a quick dip in and out today. Make sure you guys are smashing up the likes. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel if you are new. Get your yeses in the chat. We'll go ahead and do some shout outs in a second. Big up to everyone that was in the stream last night, man. 3-hour stream. It was crazy, man. I can't lie. Big up to Bevo, big up to Pat, big up to Alan and Martin for jumping on. I wasn't even going to do a stream yesterday. I wasn't even going to do a stream because I was like, there's nothing really to talk about. Nothing's really happening. You know, I've done quite a lot of streams over the last couple of months. And I thought, you know what, I'd have a day off. I'd chill out. And then Martin messaged me at around 6 o'clock and was like, do you want a late night stream? I've got things I want to say or something like that. And I was like, okay. If you want to do one, we'll do one. Smash these likes up, guys. Let's do some shout outs. So let's see we've got in the building. We've got big up to Makolo, Rajiv, MCFC, Crimey 115 Rivers, big up to MCFC India, Steve Black, big up to Pi, Simpaditya, Jess, Ichigo, LJ, Party Time, big up Party Time, big up to Brand Holt, City Till I Die Vol, Lee Gates is in the building, big up to Matty, Rehan, Matthew, Balatubi, Real Mario, Fraser, Herbal, big up, bro. Big up to Presto, Godry. Yeah, I did see that about Pogba. Crazy. Big up to LB, James, Linney. Who else we got in here? Ashaz, Sit Down with Jeff, Video, Only Blue in the Village, Jaden, Daddy's Daddy, Deck. Yeah, it was a good one, man. I enjoyed it last night. It was quite good. It was a decent little debate, man. Decent little debate. But yeah, listen, interesting. So we've got quite a lot of stuff to talk about on this stream, guys, because there's been quite a lot of developments. First of all, I don't know if we'll just quickly cover this. We'll just quickly cover this because it's quite interesting. We won't spend too much time on this, but Paul Pogba has done an interview with Sky Sports and various different newspapers. Because, of course, if you've not heard the news about Paul Pogba, basically he got banned and Court of Arbitration for Sport has reduced his ban. So he's allowed to play football back in March. He's allowed to play football in March 2025. So he's been doing these interviews and he said this. He said, honestly, I had a lot of problems. This is when he was in Manchester. I had the burglary and I had the problem with extortion. I had to leave Manchester. Let's say it like this. If I didn't have those problems, maybe I would have been at Manchester City. But with an if, you can save the world because my head wasn't about staying in Manchester, but it wasn't a closed door because I left Man United for free. Do you remember that? Do you remember it? I remember doing streams about City potentially signing Pogba because there was a load of rumours going round at the time when he was leaving Man United that City were going to sign Paul Pogba. And it must have been true because obviously he's saying that basically there was talks. Yeah. But in the end, he decided not to stay because obviously his house got burgled and extortion problems there. But I did think that was quite interesting. And of course, if you remember the leaked emails that Der Spiegel released, that's not the first time we tried to sign Paul Pogba. We tried to sign him back in, I don't know what it would have been, 2018 or something like that. When he joined Man United, we actually tried to sign Paul Pogba then as well. Because the emails, the leaked emails, providing the emails are true, the emails say that City wanted some money coming in from sponsors or whatever because they needed to pay the money for Paul Pogba. They had a deal agreed. So 2 occasions we were linked with Paul Pogba. But I just thought I'd speak about it quickly because I've seen quite a lot of different opinions. Some people are saying if we would have got Pogba, it would have been amazing. Some people said if we got Pogba, it would have been absolutely horrendous. I think it would have been either insanely good if we got Pogba or absolutely disastrous. I don't really see a middle ground. I think he would have, personally, I actually think he would have done it quite well, if I'm being honest with you. I think he would have done quite well, but he would have either done well or really bad. I don't think it would have been like, okay. So, yeah. Anyway, I just thought it was pretty interesting. I wanted to see what you guys are saying about it. Herbal says we dodged a bullet. In my opinion, he was never the same for United. Itchy Gold says Pogba and KDB on the same team would have been a deadly combo. LB, stop it. He's trash brain. Tyrese says, I wanted him. I think it was before the treble season, so he would have been signed over Phillips. Would have been better. Yeah, possibly, bro. Possibly. Jess says, I'm on the side of disaster. No offense. The personalities in the training rooms was mental. Yeah, interesting, man. Interesting. I did think it was pretty interesting that we was linked with him. And I remember at the time, because I remember doing streams on City Extra. I was like, yeah, do streams. We're signing Pogba. And we never actually signed him. But let's move it on. I just thought I'd talk about that quickly because it's quite interesting. Let's move it on to the Athletic story today. And they've got a big scoop in their newspaper today about Manchester City and a whole host of things. First of all, they've been speaking about the 115 charges. And according to the Athletic, this is disputed, by the way, but I've got to be balanced. I've got to give you the whole information. A verdict on Manchester City's 115 charges is expected before the end of the year. Now, this is contrary to everything that we've been told. This is contradiction, everything we've been told. We've been told it's going to be February, March, maybe even April. The Athletic are saying, no, we think the verdict is going to be out by the end of the year. Now, this is disputed. It's disputed as well by Stefan, who says, nah, this is not going to happen. If you think about it, right, if you remember the Associated Party transaction case, that legal case was a 2-week trial. Let's call it a trial. It was a 2-week trial. We didn't get the result for 3 months, and it was a 200-page document. These guys are saying that a case that's going to be taking 10 weeks, which is reported, can be out by the end of the season. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I think that's highly unlikely as well. But listen, they're going with it. The Athletic are saying we're going to find out what the situation is by the end of the season. Let's see exactly what he's saying here. I've got his comments. So this is what he said. Didn't Stefan say the judgment might not come until at least by the end of the season? It took around 2 to 3 months. Stefan says not quite. If the hearing really does 10 to 12 weeks as reported, the decision will take many months to draft. So earliest maybe end of March, but but maybe if it's not 10 to 12. So this is the thing. Maybe the original idea of the legal case taking 10 to 12 weeks, maybe that's wrong. Maybe it's not going to take 10 to 12 weeks. Maybe it's only going to take 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Maybe it's finished. Who knows? I'll tell you one thing, yeah. I am quite surprised that we've not had more paparazzi outside the court thing in London, taking photos every day. Because we got it on day one, didn't we? Remember day one? When we had photos of Lord Panic going into the room, and there was all those photos of the guys going in, and since then we've had nothing. So maybe it's finished. Who knows? But yeah, the Athletic are reporting that it's going to be done by the end of the year. I don't know about that. That seems a little weird because we're being told by everybody else that's not the case. We're being told by everybody else it's going to be at least sort of March time. But I guess the Athletic have got their news from somewhere. You know, these guys to access their articles, you've got to pay. So there'd be no reason for them to be making this shit up. You know what I mean? It's not like they can. I don't know. I don't really see why they'd lie. They must have a source that's telling them that they're going to get the information by the end of the year. Or maybe a preliminary, maybe they'll give us like a preliminary outcome. Maybe at the end of the year, they'll go, right, City are guilty, City are not guilty. We're going to give you the full report. No, they can't really do that though, can they? They can't really do that. They can't say, I don't think that looks particularly good. What do you guys think? Could the Premier League release a statement in December and say, right, City are not guilty, but we can't tell you why they're not guilty until March when we finished our document? Or City are guilty, we're relegating them to the Conference League, but we can't tell you why until March because we're still writing out. I don't think you can do that, can you? I think when you come out with the decision, I think you've got to have everything ready. Yeah, for me, I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can just relegate them or say they're not guilty and then be like, nah. Don't really think that works. I don't think that works. It's too quiet at the moment. Can't see a verdict already coming, except if it's a settlement. Oh yeah, true. Settlement thing. I mean, the thing is with the settlement, yeah. The thing is with the settlement, we are hearing more and more people reckon it could happen. Yo, big up to DJ Sus, bro. I feel like I've not seen you in there for time, man. Where you been, Sus? Big up, man. You've been watching for a long time. You've been watching for a long time. Yeah, nah, I don't know. They might give us an update on where the case is at. But again, can they do that, though, without giving us the full information? I just don't know how it looks. People want transparency. So to say, oh, City, you're not guilty, but we can't tell you why, it just stinks, doesn't it, a little bit? It just stinks a little bit. Weird, man. Very strange. We don't want settlement. The Premier League must pay for their sins. Yeah, facts. The reason photos haven't been received is because they keep switching locations. Oh, no way. That makes sense. Because if they switch locations, no one can bug the room. Because you know for a fact the media in this country would definitely try and bug the room with microphones and shit, wouldn't they? 100%. You know what they're like. These guys are snakes. All right, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Remember, there is 2 verdicts, one for guilty and one if not, and one for the punishment. Yeah, true, potentially. 100%. How confident are you that City will be cleared of all charges? Confident. Am I confident? It's a tricky one, mate, because I don't know if confident is the right word to use in this situation. I am believing the club because they're telling me they have irrefutable evidence, right? And they won the case at CAS, even though they only won it 2-1. So I think that the most likely outcome is that Manchester City are found not guilty. Am I confident of that? Don't know, because can you trust the Premier League? Don't know. Don't think so. Are City telling us the truth, saying they have irrefutable evidence? Don't know. I've not seen the evidence. I don't know. I've not seen the evidence, so I can't say for sure if they've got irrefutable evidence. I've not seen it. But that's what they're telling me. What they are telling me, Ferran Soriano came out on an interview when the CAS case first was going on and said this is categorically false information. So he's come out on an interview and said this is fake news. We've had Karl Mubarak tell us year after year after year, year after year after year, that we are not guilty and that he's going to speak and shit. That's what he's been saying.
And when we're done, we'll have a conversation and I'll give you my very blunt views. I promise you that. I have very strong views on that, but I am going to be, unfortunately, very restrained today.
He's going to look like a bit of an idiot if they lose. Yeah? So I think they're going to win. I think we're going to win, but don't know. We'll see. You also don't know if you can trust the Premier League, lads. That's the thing, because this is people say, "Oh, so do you not trust City, LB?" It's like, no, it's not about that, mate. It's not about that. It's about, do you trust the Premier League? Do you trust the Premier League? They're slime balls, mate. And I know you all know they're slime balls, but I feel like some of you don't recognise that it might be corrupt. It might not just be slimy. They might actually be corrupt. You've seen how they've dealt with this associated party transactions. You've all seen it. We spoke about it on the channel multiple times. We've seen the leaked emails from Premier League clubs. You've seen how these people act. These people are corrupt. These people are slime balls. So it's not just about City, it's about them. And I know some people in the chat just really do not trust the Premier League. And I understand. I understand completely. So, yeah, a difficult one, man. But where was that comment, actually, from Craig? Let me put that comment back up on Craig, man. Where is it, Craig? There it goes. He says, I think personally that Atletico misworded it. If you read what they say at the end of the year means December 2024, which is unlikely. By end year, maybe they actually mean end of season, which may be true. Okay, maybe that's the case then. Maybe that's the case, isn't it? We'll see. We'll see. Bill FUA says LB is 51% confident. You know what, bro? That's probably it. You know what? I know you're joking, but I probably am. I probably am 51% confident. I'm more confident than not confident that we'll be found not guilty. But I'm not like some of these people who are like, yeah, 100% we're getting not guilty. Because I don't trust the Premier League. I don't trust them at all. I don't know what they've been up to. I don't know what they do. I don't know what they create as fake evidence. I don't know what the other clubs would do to try and get in on there. And ultimately, I've not seen the irrefutable evidence that City are saying they've got. So I can't be 100%. But I am more confident than not, hence why I probably am at 51%. So that's actually factually true, bro, to be honest with you. Alan says, Martin, who? Martin, who? Loves that clip. Right, let's go back into the managerial talk, guys. And some news on Jorge Mendes, super agent in football, in European football. He's a super agent and is very closely related to Hugo Viana. Let me get this information up. Where are we at? Here we go. So let's speak about Ruben Amorim first. Yeah. Here we go. Amorim's been speaking, chat. Amorim has spoken. He says this today. He says Hugo Viana wants to win more than everybody at Man City. Okay. That's great news. That's freaking great news. I bet that. Yeah. I'm going to hit that with a like and maybe a little cheeky retweet. Yeah. 100% we're on that one. Hugo Viana wants to win more than everybody at Manchester City. Great news. Get the checkbook out. In fact, Emma, remember this. Emma, remember this tweet, guys. Yeah? Because if he comes in, right, and he signs me 2 free agents and a 35-year-old, I'll remember this, Ruben. I remember this, mate. 100%. Yeah, I want checkbook spendings. I want Galactico signings. Ruben Amorim on a move to Manchester City with Hugo Viana. He says they're different paths. We just have a professional relationship which will not last forever. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. I just don't believe that we're getting Ruben Amorim. I just don't think it. I think what people are doing is they're going, we're getting Viana. Oh, where's Viana? Sporting Lisbon. Who's at Sporting Lisbon as manager? Ruben Amorim. Oh, then we'll get Ruben. I just don't. Nah. It wouldn't surprise me if not only did we not sign Ruben Amorim, we didn't sign a Sporting Lisbon player for 3 to 4 years. I just don't think City operate like that. I just don't think we operate like that. We try not to raid clubs. And if City go and get Amorim and Viana in the same window, or even one window apart, I just don't think it's a City-style move. Now, you might say, well, if Pep Guardiola does sign a 1-year contract extension, taking him to the summer of 2026, then it's going to be Hugo Viana's job to get a new manager, not Tiki's. And Hugo Viana may go for the safe option, which is get Amorim in because he knows him. And this is what we do. This is what we do in life. This is what we do in that. We always go for the safe option. Very rarely we choose a difficult path, especially when the safe option is still a pretty decent option in Ruben Amorim. So it wouldn't surprise me if he did go for him. But I just at the same time, I just feel that like Khaldoon would be like, I don't know, mate. I don't know. I just don't see it. I think it's way too easy. I think it's just like, oh, Viana's at Sporting and sold Ruben Amorim. We're getting them both. Nah. I just don't see it, guys. I don't see it, man. Amorim can't say he wants to go whilst at Sporting. This is true. He can't say that. He can't say that. He can't say that, mate. Facts. He also said this. Ruben Amorim said this about Viana. Viana, during the game against Man City in the Champions League, won't be available to enter the Sporting dressing room. I'm going to leave him out to avoid conflicts. Otherwise, everything will stay the same against the end of the season. Wait, do we play Sporting Lisbon? We do, don't we? Do we play Sporting Lisbon? We do, don't we? Yeah, we play match day 5, innit? We play match day. Oh! Sound the alarm! Sound the alarm! This is insane, yo! Big news! Big news! Bonasso! Whoa! Holy! This is big bomber news. I'm saying to you this, guys. if you're not watching this match on the 5th of November, are you a real City fan, mate? This is Scouting FC at its finest. We need to see what Ruben Amorim has. We need to see what these ballers have for Sporting Lisbon, because these are the players that Viana's signed. Oh, I actually knew that it was playing Sporting Lisbon already, because I remember it, but I forgot. I completely forgot that, like, Viana's from there, or Amorim's from there. You were told that last night. Yeah, bro, it was a long stream, bro. It was a long stream. It was a long stream. Okay. Let's see what you've got, Amorim. Let's clash. Let's clash. Let's see what you got. Listen, I'm not going to be funny, yeah? But last time we played you, you held 5. We beat you 5-0. So how are you going to improve from 5-0, mate? Yeah, you need to improve. We want to see what you've got. You're on trial, mate, yeah? It's that Judge Judy. It's that Judge Judy season on the 5th of November. We will be there, and we will be rating this, guys, as our managerial tactics. That's for sure. That is for sure. Yeah, no, this is fair as well for Amorim. Yeah, he's telling Viana he's not allowed in the dressing room. Fair play. I'm sure Viana won't take that personally. You know, he's got to do that. Amorim's got to do what's best for his club. And yeah, listen, if he's got to tell Viana to stay outside the dressing room, he's got to stay outside the dressing room. Facts. That's a good call. That is a good call. Okay. What else have you been saying? Nothing. We had some other news, though. About this. You guys see this? Manchester City's incoming sporting director, Hugo Viana, has a close relationship with super agent Jorge Mendes. And there is now an expectation that it will become more active with Manchester City deals in the future. Okay. Jorge Mendes, what have you got for us? What players does Jorge Mendes have for us? Well, it's very easy. It's very easy because luckily for us, there's a website called Transfermarkt, and it tells us every single player that is signed to Jorge Mendes' company. And we can go through the list. And we can see which are the best players. And we can see which players we can get. Let's take a look, guys. Okay, so number 1 on the list. This is sorted by market value, yeah? Ruben Diaz, Bernardo Silva, both our players. Bradley Barcola, don't want him. Yeah? Seen him, don't rate him. Darwin Núñez is for sale, guys. And guys, we need a backup striker. Remember, we need a backup striker. Darwin Núñez is available on the transfer market. And remember, Liverpool fans did compare him to Erling Haaland when they signed him. Maybe they misprofiled him. Maybe we can get something. Yeah, let's not do that. Zaire Emery. Listen, I've not seen too much of this guy, but I believe, I've not seen a lot of him, but I believe he's actually decent, mate. I believe he's actually decent. So maybe he is someone that we could look at. João Neves, obviously, he's only just signed for a new club. Pedro Neto's just signed for Chelsea. Vitinha. I like Vitinha. Man. But do we need him? Don't know. Lenny Yoro's just signed. Agati's just signed. Goncalo Ramos. There's not many on. But look at this. Look at this name here, guys. Diogo Costa. Now, apparently, Edison still not signed a contract, which we know. He's got a contract for 2 more years. And Edison might be getting tempted by the Saudi cash. He might be getting tempted by the desert of the Saudi Arabia and Al Bake fried chicken. We simply cannot offer him what they're offering. So if Edison does leave, maybe Diogo Costa is the new guy. I just think, I've said this time and time again, we're making a mistake here. Yeah, well, okay. The mistake is if we don't offer him a big contract. If we don't offer him a big contract, that's the mistake. If we offer him a contract and he still wants to leave, then what can you do, eh? Can't force him to stay. You can't kidnap the guy. But I'm telling you this. I'm making a prediction right here, right now. Whoever comes in after Ederson will be inferior to Ederson as a goalkeeper. That's my prediction. I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But I think whoever we get will be worse than Ederson. And I think people will regret saying some of the stuff that they've said about Ederson. It's my opinion. It's my view. I hope I'm wrong. But that's what I genuinely think. Ederson is underrated. I think he's underrated by our own fan base. I really do, man. I do. I think he's underrated, man. The amount of people that was willing to just let Ederson go in the summer and be like, don't worry, LB, we got Ortega. Nah, man. Ortega's good, don't get me wrong. He's no Ederson, man. He's no Ederson. Honestly, man, Ederson is a Rolls Royce. He's a diamond in that goal. I think he's underrated, man. I think he's underrated. So listen, if we offer him a contract and he says he wants to go, we got to let him go. But if we don't offer him a contract, we don't offer him the money that he's worth, which is 300 grand a week, I don't get why everyone says this about me, man. Ederson is a liability. All right, was he a liability in the Champions League final, hairy man? Was he a liability in the Champions League final when he pulled out save after save to win us our first ever Champions League and win us the treble? No. Does he save every single shot at him? No. But he's not a liability. No chance. No chance. No way. But we'll see. We'll see who we get in. But whoever we get in my opinion, will be a downgrade, unfortunately. In my personal opinion. Who else is on the list of players? Oh, Alejandro Balde. Is this guy cooking now or not? Because he didn't have a bad injury, didn't he? We do need a left back, guys. 20 years old. Oh, he's back now. Oh, he had a tendon rupture. And he's had an ankle ligament tear. That is two big injuries, isn't it? That is not good, mates. An ankle ligament tear and a tendon rupture at the age of 20 years old. Oh, I'm not sure about that one, guys. He had a cold as well. Contracted until 2028. Transfer market, estimated value 40 million euros. I'm not sure on that one. Who else we got on this list? Matheus Nunes. Antonio Silva, centre-back. Benfica, 20 years old. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. If this guy's left-footed, yeah. Oh my God, man, these ads, mate. If this guy's left-footed, this could be piquing my interest. He's right-footed. Well, if Stones leaves. If Stones leaves, maybe this is the guy. He's already played 16 times for Portugal. Chat, surely someone's told me about this guy. Is this guy good or not? Silva is good. Is he decent? Contract until 2027 as well. Bro, he's only got a contract until 2027. Is this guy decent or not? Decent or not? Is another Ruben Diaz? No pace. He's all right. He's okay. No pace, Rob. Apparently he's slow. Are you guys saying he's slow just based off of FIFA? Or are you guys saying he's slow because you've actually watched him play? Let's have a look at all the other connections. By the way, if you just joined us, what we're doing now, we're looking at all the players that are signed to Jorge Mendes as an agent, because apparently Jorge Mendes has an extremely good relationship with Hugo Viana, Manchester City's new sporting director. So it would make sense that maybe we'll sign some of their players. We are now into like the low value guys though. Conceição, he's actually mint, but he's only just joined Juve. Yeah, bro, I can't lie, man. There's not many players here that I'd take, to be honest with you. Bit dead. Adama Traore. Imagine if we signed Adama Traore, guys. Isco! It's going to join the city. It's going to happen, lads. It's took 10 years. It's took over a decade, but we're going to get him. He's the guy. He's the guy. Isco's finally joining City, boys. He's finally joining. Yeah, everyone else is kind of trash, man. To be honest, there's no one really there that I'm like, get him. To be honest. Maybe Goncalo Ramos as a backup striker. Does he start for PSG, Goncalo Ramos, or nah? Goncalo Ramos, does he play for PSG? Started one game. Oh, he's had an injury. I don't know. Weird. Okay, so he has a good relationship then. He has a good relationship, but not really got any players that would be interested in that I've seen. Okay. Where was that tweet I've seen before as well that said City are targeting... Here we go. Look at this, guys. Look at this. There are those who know, the two of them in Portugal, who are convinced Hugo Viana will want sporting manager Ruben Amorim alongside him in Manchester. And Manchester City are open to the idea. But Bayer Leverkusen Xabi Alonso is of interest. I think we're getting Xabi Alonso. I think we're getting Xabi Alonso. I think all that has to happen is that Xabi Alonso just needs to not bomb out this year. Yeah. Needs to, if he finishes top 4 in Germany, gets out of the group stage or qualifies to the next round of the Champions, I think we'll get him, man. I think we're getting Xabi Alonso. Because let's be honest, yeah? There's only 2 reasons Xabi Alonso stayed at Bayer Leverkusen this year. There's only 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is a man of honor. He's a loyal man. And he didn't just want to jump ship. Although, to be fair, had he done so, I don't think anyone would have cried about it because he just won them the first Bundesliga in their history. Number 2, he's been promised a bigger job. Or he's been promised a better job than Liverpool. And some would say City's a better job than Liverpool. I think you'd be daft to say it's not. We actually buy players. We actually spend money. Liverpool don't. So, no, they don't spend as much as us. Even though they do spend a lot. They just don't seem to be serious. So maybe he's been promised a job. But is that job at City or is it at Real Madrid? Because everyone's saying Real Madrid, and it's going to be Real Madrid. It's going to be Real Madrid. There's only 2 reasons he stayed there. Loyalty, or he's been promised a job better than Liverpool. I think we're getting Alonso. I think we're getting him. And if you get Alonso, he's going to bring Florian Wirtz to the City Press. Let's go. Florian Wirtz season, man. Florian Wirtz season. We will be there. We will be there. Because who else, man? We had this conversation last night. Who else can you get? Who else can you get? There's no one there, man. There's no one there. Luis Enrique signing a new contract at PSG. So he's out the equation. He's out the equation. Nagelsmann's at Germany. I don't think you can get Nagelsmann. Let's have a look when the World Cup dates are. World Cup dates 2026. Because we need to see when the season starts. So the final is on the 19th of July, 2026. So when does the Premier League 2026, 2027 season start? Google defo not going to answer this question. It's not telling me. What about this year? Oh, next year. Next year. What is this? What is this news? What is this news? They've released a news to tell us that their news will be released later. What are the news? What are the dates for the 2025-2026 Premier League season? The article is the Premier League 2025-2026 season will be announced later. Nice one, mates. Who wrote that article? What a hard job that is, guys. What a hard job. Imagine that's your job. And then your partner comes in and says, oh, I've been so busy this day. This day has been so hard. The boss has been in my ear, chewing my ear off, man. I got deadlines. What have you had to do? I had to write an article. Oh, an article, really? What was it about? It was about the dates for the 2025-2026 season and when it all starts and stuff. All right, cool. Did it take you long? Did it take me long? It's a sentence, Bray. I hope they don't get paid by the word. Jesus. Ain't looking good, bro. When did this season start? Man City fixtures. Right, this season started, pre-season started on the 24th of July. Holy shit. That'd be 5 days. If you get Nagelsmann, right, so basically the situation is this, right? If you get Nagelsmann and Nagelsmann gets to the final, which is the 19th of July, and City's pre-season next season is the same, yeah, or 2025, 26, 2026, 27 is the same, yeah, and it starts on the same date. Our first match is on the 24th of July. And remember as well, yeah, that there was training. You don't just turn up on the 24th of July and play a match. You have training. Everyone keeps on telling me about Fabrizio. Fabrizio this, Fabrizio that. Let's have a look. Talk about Wirtz. Florian Wirtz. Oh. Hang on a minute. What do we have here? Can you promise that Florian Wirtz won't be sold to Bayern? I can't promise anything. You never know in football. But we don't want to sell our best players to direct competitors. Interesting. So let's have a think about what he means there, guys. Yeah, what does he mean? What does he actually mean, chat? I'll tell you what it means. It means we'll sell him, but we don't want to sell it to Bayern. Enter. Manchester City enter the arena, guys. Yeah? Manchester City, who needs to replace Kevin De Bruyne. We will be there, mate. We will be there with the money. 100 mil. Leverkusen, let's make it work. Let's make it work. Double deal. Little Xavi Alonso. Little Florian Wirtz. 130 mil. How about that? Paid over 3 years. 10% interest. Yeah? Mate, I can also offer you first draft pick out of our academy, mate. Yeah? Take your pick, whoever you want, Florian Wirtz and Xavi Alonso to Manchester City. Who says no? Who says no? I don't say no. They get 130 million. Also, I'll throw something else into the deal as well. Pep Guardiola recommends to buy Leverkusen the next Arteta, the next Maresca, the next hype man. Yeah, you can have him. We'll give you insider trading knowledge, mate, and you can go and get him. So you're not just having a bad time, you know. It's all about Negotiation, guys. It's all about the art of negotiation. Yeah? You can't just walk in to the negotiation with your strongest hand. You must never do that in life. You go in, but the first offer has to be legit. That first offer has to be legit. It has to be a good offer to pique their interest. They've got to answer the phone. They've got to answer the phone, and then you start negotiating. You say 130 million, Florian Wirtz, Xavi Alonso, yeah, and we'll give you first pick out of the academy. And we'll tell Pep Guardiola to tell you who to get as the next manager, mate. And you can have Nunes. Fucking hell. And you can have Nunes. You can have Nunes, mate. Now, honestly, though, man, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Big up to Al as well for that super chat earlier on, man. I didn't see it. You know, we got to do this. We got to act serious, man. We got to spend the money. We got to spend the money. Here the boys. Here the boys. There they are. Look at them. Hugo Viana and Amorim. Could those two be at Manchester City next season or the season after? What do you reckon, chat? Yes or no in the chat? Do you reckon Amorim's the next guy? Yes, if you do. No, if you don't. I'm saying no. I still don't think it's going to be Amorim, man. I still don't think it's Amorim. I really don't. I still think it's going to be Alonso or someone else. He's crying, man. Viana's just said to... No, sorry. Amorim's just said to Viana, oh, in this next transfer window, can you spend 100 million and get me a top player? And Viana's went, mate, how about this 18-year-old from the French Division 3? That's what's happened, bro. That's happened, isn't it? Amorim's like, get me the best players. And Viana's looking over there. And he's looking over there, guys, and he's going, what about that guy there in the academy on the under-16s pitch? He looks pretty decent. What about him? That's what's going on. And now Amorim's half, for fuck's sake, mate. This is why I've never won back-to-back leagues in Portugal. Crazy. Crazy news. Crazy situations. Oh, hang on a minute. We got some Akanji PR. We got some Akanji PR chat. Guys, the king has spoken. Manuel Akanji. Before I came to Manchester City, I was at Dortmund and didn't play a lot around that time. But I just told myself I need to keep working hard because a good opportunity will come. And luckily it happened. And now I'm here at the best club in the world. That is my baller. The best centre-back for Manchester City over the last 18 months, Manuel Akanji. Manuel Akanji. Best Man City centre-back for the last 18 months. W Akanji in the chat, guys. W Akanji in the chat. This guy knows. Dortmund fans gutted. You've signed a bozo. He's trash. He's trash. He's trash. Really? I've not seen it. And the final thing I want to speak about today. The final thing was about this. This is from The Athletic. Sources close to Pep Guardiola believe that if Manchester City are found guilty and severely punished due to the 115 charges, it would make him more likely to sign a new contract out of defiance, not leaving a club he has come to love in a difficult spot. Punish us! Kick us out the league. Kick us out the league. We don't care. We don't care. Kick us out the league. Nah, I'm real with you though, man. We're in a situation here, guys, where I don't think that can happen though, because if we don't find out if we don't find out, what's going on until like March, April, May, I think we need to know. We can't get to March, April time still not knowing whether Pep's going to be here the year after. We need to know, mate. It's not good for the stability, mate. On a club, like, what's the club meant to do? What's the club meant to do? We can't just wait forever. You can't just wait. You know what I mean? What about if the FA are like, yeah, we're not going to find out until like March, April time? What, we're going to wait to April to find out what Pep's deciding to do? And then what about if he says in April he's off? The season starts in July. You got to find a new manager. You got to find a new manager in between April, May, June. You got 3 months to get a new manager in. Yeah. Identify player targets. Identify which players he might not want to be at the football club because he might be like, that guy doesn't fit my style or whatever. I need you to get rid of him. You can't. You need to make a decision. I think the latest you can make a decision on Pep's contract is February. That's my honest opinion. I think February. I think February is the latest for me. I think once you get past February, it's a tricky situation. It's a tricky situation. I don't know what you guys think, but I think it's tricky. Matthias Nunes has also spoken. I want to win the Champions League. This is my top dream. Man City is always fighting for every title. They won it 2 seasons ago, and this year we're fighting for it. Of course, I'm the best. I'm in the best place to do it. Big up to him, man. Listen, I think he's a good player. Rate is a mentality in that. Great. I hope he does well. I hope he plays. I hope he does well, man. I hope he does well. He has to play first. I think the club already know who will be the next manager already. The thing is, though, people are saying nah. People are saying that he's still not made a decision. We're being told that apparently he's still not made a decision. He's still thinking about it. He's still thinking. Feb is late, though, rather November, December. No, I'm saying February for me is the latest. The latest. Yeah. No, Ian, I'm not talking about me. I'm saying City need to know. City need to know by February from Pep what he's doing. I think if City don't know by February, the club are in a different spot. I agree, us, we don't care. Like you can tell us the day the league starts, but the club need to know what's going on. 100%. 100%. We need stability. Either way, Pep says the most he's staying for is extra 1 year. I don't think that's enough. We need to get a manager who's in for the long haul. Alonso is the man. Alonso fan there. Star says Amorim ain't it. Pep will never leave City in the ditch. Yeah, I don't think he will anyway. I think we're going to find out in the next international break. I think we're going to find out in November. I genuinely think November is when we're going to find out, guys. I need to know now, says Karl. I don't think we're going to find out now, mate. I think it's going to be November. I think someone done a tweet, yeah, and they did all of Pep Guardiola's contract extensions, and every single one was in November. Everyone was in November. So I think it's going to be the next international break. There'll be signs, man. Big up to Hamad, says Swiss Army knife. Oh, Akanji. Yeah, facts. He is some player, isn't he? Some player, Akanji. So cheap as well. 15 million quid. Bloody hell. What a bargain. What a bargain. That's one of Tiki's greatest ever bargains. Feels like this 115 outcome is linked to the uncertainties of surrounding Pep. Yeah, you know what it is as well, because there's so much going on at City at the moment. You got the 115, you got the APT, you got Pep Guardiola's contract, you got Kevin De Bruyne, you've got Edison. Haaland's contract's up for renewal. There's just a lot of shit going on. It's busy time. And I think it's just causing a little bit of worry in some fans, including myself. I get worried. I get worried at times as well. Just causes a bit of worry. You know what I mean? It's what it is. Bob recovery going well. Yeah, apparently Bob's gone Abu Dhabi doing some commercial work. So obviously he can walk, which is good news. So yeah, hopefully I reckon we'll see Bob maybe December. I reckon we'll see him December. Bob, which was kind of the original timeline, wasn't it? But he's some player. We missed him, I think. I think we've missed Bob more than people speak about in the media. I know you guys say it as well, we've missed Bob, but I'm talking about the media. I think the sport media don't realise how important he was going to be for us. Because I would have started him after pre-season. He was our best player in pre-season. By country mile, he was our best player. Him, Haaland, and Grealish were actually our best players in pre-season. And then Grealish got injured, and so did Oscar Bob. Okay, no, that is just mad. We've actually been pure unlucky this year, you know. If you actually deep it, we've actually been well unlucky. Pre-season, Grealish and Bob were our top 3 players. Yeah, with Haaland. Both of them get injured. Mint. Rodri comes back. He's back refreshed. He's had 3 months off. ACL. Mint. Ake out injured. Mint. De Bruyne injured. Mint. Phil Foden, health issues. Mint. Bro, it's just like, give us a break, man. Come on. Give us 2 weeks without any injuries or any news, man. We just want to play football, lads, with no injuries. Crazy. Crazy it is. Right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. I think I've covered everything for today. I'm on with Hassan with Northside. And then, yeah, tomorrow is the Friday show. Midday, 12 o'clock midday UK time. Me, Tone, and Martin are having it out big time, mate, yeah? You know what Martin's like. You've seen him last night. I've got a video coming out on the second channel in the next 20 minutes. Thomas Tuchel. I'm sick of the media in this country, yeah? I'm sick of people in this country just going on about it, winding me up. So video coming out on the second channel, and I'll be live later on for tonight as well. Smash up the likes. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel if you've not done so already. If you've got a spare 3 hours, go and watch last night's stream because it's a pretty good one. But in the meantime, I'll catch you later. See you in a bit.